Hi, I'm Dan Rowe at IT Security Bureau with Heath Davies, who's Chief Executive of Clearswift. Heath, we've been talking about security breaches, and obviously we've had the video the other day from Guy and myself talking about eBay. Do you think there's an apathy amongst businesses, or do you think the boards are actually should be taking this seriously, and the boards will be taking this seriously with the recent breaches?
So I'll give you two perspectives. First of all, as the CEO of a small software company, the security that we place in our business is viewed every month by the executive team, and has been, certainly during the last 18 months of my tenure in the business. We also run all of our software internally as well, so this really is taking our own medicine and eating it. So it really is up on the top of the agenda for us, as you would expect. What I see though out in the field is it's very difficult to pin down when there is such a breach, whether it be eBay, or Morrison's, or Target. Actually, who is ultimately responsible? And we see sometimes that the CIO or CTO will fall on the sword, but actually, where is that key responsibility for that most critical data that an enterprise actually has?
Yeah, absolutely. An article that we run the other day actually said that the Target breach scares the life out of a lot of boards. Is that the case? Do you think actually that these have woken boards up to the realisation that security needs to be considered?
Well, yes and no. So you've got a situation where as a CISO, CTO, CIO, they'll be flying the flag for security, no doubt. But the ultimate owner of the security strategy for the business, both being physical and electronic, is going to be the CEO. And today there is a question mark as to where they see that in their priority. And this goes back to where maybe size really matters, because if you have a major breach, then it's going to get the attention of the CEO. But where you may be losing one or two individual personal records, is it such a big deal for that CEO? But of course it's a big deal for the person that the data has been lost for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So there is a sense that we need to escalate the priority and attention from a CEO level. And maybe there's also a requirement to actually have someone coming into a business that has the responsibility for owning that most critical data. That role I don't see exists today, and it falls between the crack of the CISO and the CTO.
Yeah, and yes, about the CIO, are they responsible? They just during the boardroom?
Yeah, they're looking after it from an infrastructure perspective typically, but not actually looking at the end data and the sensitivity of that data. In many recent reports that we've looked at, you'll see that CIOs and CTOs see the biggest threat to them as application vulnerability in terms of security.
Okay.
So how are they going to plug that gap? They're aware of it, but they don't know what the intermediate solution is going to be. And I think where they need to get to is actually having a custodian that takes responsibility for that critical information, and then putting a strategy together with buy-in from the CEO that then gets cascaded into the CIO, CTO, CISO.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.